Hello everybody, Ben here from MoTime, back for another video on the YouTube channel. Now today we're at a client's property. I've just backed in and we're getting into the first stage of a Zoysia lawn renovation. Now I have previously done a Cooch renovation and a Buffalo lawn renovation on the channel, so if you missed them, jump back onto the videos portion of MoTime and you'll be able to see those videos. But today we're doing a Zoysia. Some of you might be scratching your head going, why are you taking that beautiful looking lawn and destroying it? But that's part of the process in keeping a healthy lawn throughout the next 12 months, especially with the hot 30+ degree days we're having here in Brisbane. It's giving us a sneak peek into what's to come to summer. So it's really getting your lawn ready for the summer heat and everything after that. Anyway, let's go for a bit of a walk through the property. I'll show you the Zoysia lawn I'm talking about and we'll get stuck into the reno. All right, so first lot of scalping is done. Now I am going to go a little bit lower than that. But anyway, yeah, so I've gone down as low as I want to go. I am going to go a notch lower, but I'm going to go Scarify first. Let's get the Scarifier out, pull this thatch out, and then we'll go back over, drop a notch on the mower and go back over it, pick up the thatch and scalp just a little bit lower. And then we move on to core aeration. Anyway. All right, so we're meant to get a storm this afternoon, but I was just looking at the radar and I don't think anything's coming through. But anyway, would have been nice to get the rain now that this has opened up. Anyway, so yeah. So I went through, as you saw, scarified, and then come back through and gone a notch lower on the mower. And as you can see, it's opened up the lawn far more. Now, one reason why I scalp it down a couple of levels, then scarify, and then come over and just scalp a little bit lower again, is because the Scarifier actually like rips into the turf and it lifts it up for you, sort of thing. Similar to like a dethatcher. A dethatcher just tickles the surface, whereas Scarifier really gets down below the top layer into the soil, so that's the difference. But the Scarifier still will rip up the thatch that's there, pull that out, but it'll also pull up the grass as well. So when you come for that second pass through, it'll make like a good cut. It'll get a lot of the bulk off. But yeah, look, tell me you're doing a lawn reno without telling me. It's nuts. Anyway, so that's it. We've scalped low enough. Now we're going to move on to core aeration, and then we'll go on to fertilized top dress.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it's 29 degrees in Brisbane today. Has been the last couple of days, but the humidity is like off the charts today. Sweating so much. So that's the core aeration done, as you can see behind me. We'll get the Honda out now and we'll mow the cores up, and then we'll get into fert and top dressing. But anyway, as always, let's keep going. Alright everybody, so we're on to fertiliser time now. Now when you're choosing a fertiliser for your lawn, make sure for one, you're using a slow release granular fert just to give you a good overall feed into the lawn. But you also want to keep in mind that you are trying to help the lawn recover quickly from the renovation. And by doing so, you really want to choose a slow release fertiliser that is high in nitrogen just to really push leaf growth. And then you also want to make sure you've got a bit of phosphorus and some potassium in there just to help with the overall health of the plant, and even something like a bit of iron in there as well, just to give the colour, the leaf, a nice colour as it comes back from the renovation. The iron isn't a must-have. If you get a fertiliser without iron, no biggie. That's not really the key player at this point in time after a reno. You really want your phosphorus and potassium and your nitrogen to be some of your main key components to help the grass come back from smashing it with a scalp. Now the other thing is to also make sure you get some kelp, some sort of liquid or granular kelp down on the lawn as well. And of course kelp helps to strengthen roots, and of course with healthy strong roots you're going to get a much better plant growth across gardens and lawns. So make sure you get something like that down on the lawn as well. So today, as always, I use Plant Doctor products. I'm using their slow release fertilizer. They've got a large prill and a mini prill. I'm just using the mini prill today because that's what I've got on board at the moment. But you don't have to use the mini prill. You can use the larger prill size if you have a buffalo lawn or a lawn that is just cut high regularly with a irregular rotary mower. But anyway, let's get into throwing out some slow release fertilizer and then we'll move on to top dressing with sand. Alright everybody, I'll just show you quickly what we're using today on this particular Zoysia property, and that is straight washed pit sand. Now this has been washed a few times, obviously to get all the gunk, larger debris, anything like that out of it. It is slightly wet still due to the rain we've been having overnight in Brisbane and then the humidity through the day, but it is certainly okay to throw out. Thank heavens we didn't get any last night. It gave the landscape yard a second to dry out. So yeah, so while we're using sand on this one, we just need really good drainage in this particular property. So I'm using sand, and eventually the client is considering getting himself a cylinder mower and is going to be cylinder mowing this, which will look fantastic once it's done. So yeah, using wash pit sand today, definitely not what you have to use. You can use a sandy loam if you're not cylinder mowing really low or don't really have any you know, large drainage issues. Just go with normal sandy loam. Okay, let's get stuck into spraying this sand out over the Zoysia. Alright, that's that. It's cleaned up. Let's get back into top dressing, get this lawn finished up and move on to the next one. Is a wrap on this Zoysia lawn renovation. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and make sure you smash the subscribe button if you are new to the MoTime channel and enjoy anything lawn and garden related. Now, I do my best, I do apologize, I do my best to try and put out a video every Saturday morning, but we are in growing season here in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia, and I am flat out. I've got multiple renovations on the go, as not just this one, heaps on the go. I've also got a garden builds on the go, and also of course my regular maintenance clients, which are now down to fortnightly or weekly mows. So it's go go go. So I do apologize, filming takes a lot of time to be at a job and film it, so I do apologize I don't get a video out every weekend. So hopefully in the future I will, but currently I'm sorry I don't. I just do the best I can with the time I have, sort of thing. But anyway, if you have any more questions that I didn't answer in the video regarding Zoysia lawn renovations or anything lawn and garden at all, if I have the knowledge, I'll try and answer your question as best as I can. Those who have commented and I haven't got back to you, I do apologize. I slowly go through comments and reply back to you. I appreciate all your likes, all your comments that everyone does on the videos. I do really appreciate that. And I'm normally up at 4:35 a.m. in the mornings answering back to those comments to knock a few out before I go to head off to the day's work. So those who are being patient for me to respond back to their questions, thanks very much. I really do appreciate your patience, and I will get back to you. Anyway, 31 degrees here in Brisbane today, as you can tell by the color of my shirt, when it's actually that color. It's been a super sweaty day. Yeah, 31 today, and apparently storms again tonight. So that'll, I guess, water in that. But I'm meant to be doing a new turf laying job tomorrow, so I'm not sure how much the turf farms are going to get in the way of rain. But if they get too much, they won't cut the turf and no turf will be delivered. So I'm fingers crossed and hoping that the rain goes around the turf farms and I can get my tiff tough tomorrow for that job. But anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're all going well mentally and physically as always, and we'll see you all in the next video.